Welcome to Cinematic Legend, the podcast where we celebrate visionary filmmakers who have left an outstanding signature in the world of cinema. In today's episode, we will tell you about the life, career, and achievements of a renowned British cinematographer and director, Jack Cardiff. Cardiff was born 18 September 1914 in Great Yarmouth, Norfolk, United Kingdom, the son of Florence and John Joseph Cardiff, music hall entertainers. He worked as an actor from an early age both in the music hall and in a number of silent films. My Son in 1918, Billy's Rose in 1922, The Loves of Mary, Queen of Scots in 1923, and Tiptoes in 1927. At age 15, he began working as a camera assistant, clapper boy, and production runner for British International Pictures, including Alfred Hitchcock's The Skin Game in 1931. In 1935, Cardiff graduated as a camera operator and occasional cinematographer, working mostly for London films. He was a camera operator on the first film in Britain shot in Technicolor, Wings of the Morning, in 1937. When the Second World War began, he worked as a cinematographer on public information films. He did a number of films on India where the British wanted to showcase the new capital city of Delhi. His career spanned the development of cinema from silent film through early experiments in Technicolor to filmmaking more than half a century. The turning point in his career was a second unit Technicolor camera operator on Powell and Pressburger's The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp in 1943. They were sufficiently impressed to hire Cardiff as cinematographer on their post-war Technicolor A Matter of Life and Death in 1946. Their collaboration continued with Black Narcissus in 1947, which won Cardiff an Oscar and a Golden Globe, and The Red Shoes in 1948. These films put Cardiff's talent in high demand, and a string of big-budget films followed. In 1995, the British Society of Cinematographers conferred a Lifetime Achievement Award on Cardiff. In the late 1950s, Cardiff began to direct with two modest successes in Intent to Kill 1958 and Web of Evidence 1957. His version of D.H. Lawrence's novel Sons and Lovers 1960, starring Trevor Howard, Wendy Hiller, and Dane Stockwell, was a hit, critically and at the box office. It received 7 Oscar nominations, including a Best Director nomination for Cardiff, and Freddie Francis won the Best Black and White Cinematography. Cardiff received a Golden Globe Award for Best Director. After concentrating on directing in the 1960s, Cardiff returned to cinematography in the 1970s and 1980s, working on mainstream commercial films in the United States. One of the last films Cardiff photographed was at Pine Road Studios in 2004, when he lead veteran actor Sir John Mills in a short entitled Lights 2. The combined age of leading actor and cinematographer was a record 186 years. Other cinematographic works of Cardiff include in 1937 Wings of the Morning and Night Without Ammo, in 1938 Delhi, in 1942 The Great Mr. Handel, in 1946 A Matter of Life and Death, in 1947 Black Narcissus, in 1948 The Red Shoes, in 1949 Under Capricorn, in 1950 The Black Rose, in 1951 The Black Box, Pandora and the Flying Dutchman and the African Queen, in 1954 The Barefoot Contessa, in 1956 War and Peace, in 1957 The Prince and the Showgirl. In 1947, Jack Cardiff won the Golden Globe Awards for Best Cinematography in the movie Black Narcissus, following also a nomination for Best Cinematography in the movie War and Peace in 1956, which he later won the British Society of Cinematographers Award in the same category. In 1960, he won the Golden Globe Awards for Best Director in the film Sons and Lovers, following a series of awards such as New York Film Critics Circle Awards and the National Board of Review Awards for Best Director in the same movie. He got another nomination for Best Cinematography in the film Fanny in 1961. Other of his recognition includes the American Society of Cinematographers and the British Society of Cinematographers Awards in 1994. In 1996, Cardiff won the London Film Critics Circle Awards in the category of Lifetime Achievement Award. With a man embedded with such wide range of expertise and skills, when next you decide a film to feed your eyes with, you can comfortably choose any of the works of Jack Cardiff, a cinematic legend. Thank you so much for your time on this journey of Jack Cardiff, a cinematic legend. Let's also take our time to appreciate the producer of the podcast, David Dam, and the technical producer, Ima Dam. I am Patience Duba Mini, your anchor and voice behind this podcast. Bye.